Failed with minor repairs, repairs by a fully licensed vendor. Permit may be required. Engineer oversight, 3 site visits. Certification with owner liability in lieu of a load test. Load test still may be required by the AHJ.
Okay. Yes. You ready now? This is David Taylor, Certified Inspector of Fire Escape Engineers, doing a pre-load test evaluation in Oakland today. Looking at the handrail connection to the stringers. They appear to be in good shape. The only comment I would make are the hardware looks original. That might need to be, new hardware might need to be installed. The stringers are unremarkable. The steps on the stringers are showing some signs of, they probably should be cleaned out where the steps meet the stringer. Clean that out, maybe caulk it, prevent water from getting into it, forming rust. Here we go on the step here, you can see that needs to be cleaned out and sealed. Now at the base of the stringer, underneath this tar paper, the connection here, we can't really certify this because I can't see what's going on, so we can't take any responsibility for any water that may or may not be leaking into the structure. However, it does look sound. It is sealed, but as far as certifying it, we simply can't take responsibility without further investigation on that. The connections to the structure, they are of some concern, need further investigation. As you can see, they pulled away from the structure somewhat, and without further investigation, it's hard to explain why. So that is some concern that needs to be addressed. The handrails, they all, okay, there we go. The handrails, again, it's original hardware. The paint on it looks like we do have a fairly good paint job, and also any paint work that's going to be done on this escape to bring it up to code is going to require, if the paint job's before 1978, it's going to require the painter to hold a EPA restoration license before any painting is done. The platform, underneath the platform, it looks to be in good condition. There were no signs of any rusting. There was no signs of any bubbling, of any jacking of any sorts. The paint job looks good on it. Otherwise, it's fairly remarkable. It looks like the flats are riveted, it appears, and then bolted to the angle iron. The rivets aren't showing any signs of rust. Neither are the bolts, the connection bolts. They are original hardware. Again, those might want to consider bringing those up to date with new hardware. Otherwise, it's unremarkable. This is of some concern. This diagonal support at the roof ladder, it's not attached to the structure. Why it's not attached, we don't know, but it does need to be attached to the structure for support on that vertical ladder. It is a safety concern. The jami, which is the ladder to the ground, from the platform to the ground, it appears to open parallel to the building. It's in fairly good condition. However, access to the jami, especially in Oakland, they require an opening to the ladder. Here's a good picture. They require an opening to the ladder for easy access and a safety chain installed. There needs to be a path of clear access. So that can be reconfigured without a problem. The safety chain put up in order to certify that. The let's see. The jami to the here we go. The window here. There's I'm not quite sure what this is. I don't know if it's decorative. I don't know if it's a means of egress. I don't know if it's a means of safety. But I'm not sure if that's required. That would be subject to the AHJ, whether or not they need to be load tested or not. We do have some concern with the connections to the wall. it appears that an old railing had been removed and a new railing put up. That needs to be removed just for safety concerns. And then once removed, the wall needs to be sealed to prevent water from getting inside. The railing around the jumbing, as you can see at the bottom, the angle iron there is showing some signs of wear. There is some surface rust that needs to be addressed. Otherwise, it's unremarkable. Again, original hardware. I consider replacing that with new hardware. The connection bolts to the stringer appear to be in good shape. Again, original hardware. No signs of rust. The connections under the platform, again, original hardware, but are showing no signs of rust. Now the access to the escape. This is the door leading to the escape. There's easy access to it. The only concern that I found here was the carpet seems to be the padding under the carpet or something. It's making that door a little bit difficult to open. And as you can see, the wood is starting to rot just a little bit in that shot. That's going to need further investigation. Otherwise, there is easy access to the escape. The diagonal supports underneath the platform, they're in fairly good condition. However, you can see there are some signs of surface rust that need to be addressed. The connections do seem to appear tight to the wall, and there's original bolts there, original hardware. You might want to consider replacing those with upgraded hardware. Another shot of the connections to the wall, where it appears there was a different handrail system at one time. That should be removed and sealed to prevent moisture or water from getting inside the structure. It is a safety concern as far as you could cut your hand or get snagged on it. Otherwise, the stringers attached to the platform. I don't know what's underneath this part paper, so that we simply can't take responsibility for these connections. Right. So they appear to be in good shape. However, without further investigation, there's no way that fire escape engineers is going to take responsibility for anything underneath that structure. The connections to the vertical are showing some surface rust. And again, it's original hardware, but they are showing some surface rust. That needs further investigation, needs to be addressed. The connections to the support connections to the wall, to the structure, as you can see, they are loose and stressed. And original hardware, new hardware, and tightening is recommended.
Same house, different house.
Okay, overall, there we go. Again, this is a shot of the going through these fairly quick here.
Yeah, just interjecting a little. We've a lot of repeated images. I think we've covered the bases pretty well. Oh, this one is good. Talk about these clips.
Sure. The finger clips appear to be tight. It doesn't appear to any underwater is getting underneath them. I see no signs of rust jacking. The paint looks good. That's what you want to see. You want to see tight connection clips to the structure or to the platform. And that's what I do see here. The diagonal supports, platform supports. Here, this is the diagonal platform supports appear to be tight to the wall. Appear to be in good order. I see no signs of rust. I see no weeping on the structure, indicating that there might be rust on the inside, leaking out. On the platform itself, as you can see, there's some slight rust, surface rust, that's going to need to be addressed and then repainted. And as I said before, Anybody who's painting, if this paint was applied before 1978, is going to need the EPA renovator's license before they paint. The diagonal supports of the roof, as you can see, have been disconnected for whatever reason. Those simply need to be reconnected for safety reasons, and we cannot certify this escape system until these are reconnected to the structure. The stringer, the handrail supports on the stringers, the connection bolt, again, it's original hardware, indicated by the square nut on it. That needs to be upgraded or should be upgraded, especially in Oakland. Otherwise, they seem to be in fairly good condition. I see no signs of rust on them. Otherwise, they're in fairly good condition.
And a comment here by Warren Kindler, specialist with Farscape Engineers. In Oakland now, a load test is required every 5 years on systems unless they have full restoration. So you have a choice either to fully restore this Farscape with new hardware, bringing it back into near new condition, or simply load test it every 5 years.
Okay.
But at this time, it does appear to be strong with minor issues to be fixed.
Yeah. So say in this instance, it does appear to be strong with just minor.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
So we're going to conclude. Thank you.
That's it?
What's that, Dave?
I'm sorry. I don't know if you're talking to me or talking to somebody else.
No. So that concludes our inspection?
Okay. That concludes our inspection.
All right. Thank you.
Any questions? Farscape Engineers, 866-649-0333.
Good job.
Load test still may be required by the AHJ. Failed with minor repairs. Repairs by a fully licensed vendor. Permit may be required. Engineer oversight, 3 site visits. Certification with owner liability in lieu of a load test. Fire escape issues. Photos represent what the violations are, not where they are or how many exist. Pass-fail inspection, not technical repair report.